Hi everyone, my name is Tori King Rice and I'm a theater maker here in San Diego. And I am looking at some notes because I don't want to forget everything that I want to tell you. It's almost like looking at a teleprompter, which is a fancy word for the screen that they put in front of people so that they don't forget what they want to say or what they need to say. It happens a lot with newscasters. If you watch them in the morning, you might see that they are reading a teleprompter. I wear a lot of hats in theater. I am a playwright, a dramaturg, an actor, and a teaching artist. I also co-host a podcast with my good friend Mabel Reynoso. It's called Hey Playwright. And I'll talk a little bit about each of those different hats that I wear. I'm a playwright, so that means that I write stories for the theater. So I write stories that have dialogue and then actors perform them. And it's like what you see on TV, but better, because when you write something for the stage, for the theater, that means that it's going to happen live and right in front of you. And there is just nothing that you can compare to that live communal experience, the community of being in the audience with other people and sharing that moment together with the actors just a couple of feet away from you. Now, I've always written stories, even when I was a young'un like you, because everything and everyone just filled me with curiosity so much that I wanted to write about it. So I wrote stories, fantastical stories, and I loved it so much that I went to college and I got an MFA in playwriting. And as an adult, I continued to write, and I've even won contests, and I've even been given a commission to write a play, which means that someone wrote me a check so that I would write a play about a specific subject. And I wrote a play about individuals who are impacted by the foster care system. And it's a play that was really important and near and dear to my heart. And I got to interview all different types of people for that story. So it's very special to me. Also, I've served as a dramaturg. Now, dramaturg is a fancy word for writing mentor, meaning that I have worked with young people on helping to nurture them and develop their scripts. And specifically, I've been a dramaturg for winners of the California Young Playwrights Contest, which is sponsored by Playwrights Project here in San Diego. It's free, and anyone under 18 in California can submit. So that could be you. I mentioned that I'm an actor. Yes, I have been in movies, TV commercials, and of course, theater. Some of my reviews and photos are popping up here. So you'll see different articles from plays that I've written and also movies that I have performed in. That picture right there was from a movie that was filmed on the Midway. And then there are some pictures from a 31 Gifts photo shoot. That is when I was in high school in the musical Grease. And that right there is an article about the musical. This is a still, what's called a photo still from a movie called Stickability. This is from a PetSmart commercial with my co-star, the cat Bubba. A few more reviews of some plays that I performed in and a one-woman show that I wrote and performed in. And then in the next picture, that is my real-life daughter several years ago. She's 14 now. And then this is a photo shoot that I did for Hewlett-Packard and IBM. Up here, we can watch a short clip of some of my older commercials.
Susie, make a love to play. Susie, May, what would you say to a diamond bar and caviar? Susie, May. Susie, May.
Hi, are you a dog lover?
Yes, and proud adoptive mother of a Tibetan yak. He put his cigarette in front of the dog's face. That's why the dog attacked. It has the right to self-defense.
Hey, you didn't see nothing, so shut up!
It was self-defense!
Shut up! People! please. Seize the dog!
Seize the dog? You can't do that!
The dog has no leash. We're seizing it.
That dog has rights too, you know. You cops are all the same, above the law. Dogs have rights. Dogs have rights! Dogs have rights! Dogs have rights!
You know, I'm sorry, Catherine, but you took some classes at North.
That takes me back. Also, if you go to the Midway in San Diego, you might catch a glimpse of me in this family photo. That is not my real husband and son, but that was a photo that was taken just for this movie that they were doing called Voices of the Midway. One of my greatest joys is being a teaching artist. I work for two organizations, CODA, Collaborations, Teachers and Artists, and Playwrights Project. As a teaching artist, that means that I get to teach my art, writing and drama, to people of all ages and in all different places. So I have taught in classrooms like elementary school classrooms. I've taught in junior high, high school. I've also taught in prisons and in juvenile hall, and I've gone into community centers and taught there as well. And I just love it. There is something so magical about seeing someone realize the importance of their words and seeing their stories come to life through actors. It's just an incredible feeling, and I just love it and find that it's such an honor to be able to encourage and coach people through that process. Here are some photos of kindergarten students in one of my classes creating tableau or frozen stage pictures for Where the Wild Things Are. Now, my other great joy right now is my podcast, Hey Playwright. My friend Mabel and I didn't know how to make a podcast, but we had talked about doing it for a long time. And when the pandemic happened, we decided to give it a try. We interview other theater makers around the world and talk to them about their involvement in theater. We make connections and have a blast doing it. Our most recent episode was with Idris Goodwin, who writes Theater for Young Audiences plays and is the 2021 United States Artist Fellow. Stay curious about the world around you and don't be afraid to try new things, even if it seems scary at first, like theater or performing. And so I'm going to give you a quick writing prompt. I'm going to ask you to get a piece of paper and a pencil, and you are going to write down I am. And then you are going to find an object around your house, and you are going to pretend as though you are that object. So you're going to really dig into your senses. Think about how you feel, describe yourself, and think about what you smell like, what you might taste like, what you wish for. And it can be anything. It could be a glass of water. So you would start it, I am a glass of water. Some people might think that I am half empty, but I prefer to think that I am half full. So it's that simple, but write it down and then share it with someone. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for sharing this space with me. And remember, stay curious and keep writing.